Maya and Freedom, Part 2. In one form or another, we are all in it. It is a most difficult and intricate state of things to understand. It has been preached in every country, taught everywhere, but only believed in by a few because until we get the experiences ourselves, we cannot believe in it. What does it show? Something very terrible. For it is all futile. Time, the avenger of everything, comes and nothing is left. He swallows up the saint and the sinner, the king and the peasant, the beautiful and the ugly. He leaves nothing. Everything is rushing towards that one goal, destruction. Our knowledge, our arts, our sciences, everything is rushing towards it. None can stem the tide, none can hold it back for a minute. We may try to forget it in the same way that persons in a plague stricken city try to create oblivion by drinking, dancing, and other vain attempts, and so becoming paralyzed. So we are trying to forget, trying to create oblivion by all sorts of sense pleasures, and this is Maya. Two ways have been proposed. One method, which everyone knows, is very common, and that is it may be very true, but do not think of it. Make hay while the sun shines, as the proverb says. It is all true, it is a fact, but do not mind it. Seize the few pleasures you can, do what little you can. Do not look at the dark side of the picture, but always towards the hopeful, the positive side. There is some truth in this, but there is also a danger. The truth is that it is a good motive power. Hope and a positive ideal are very good motive powers for our lives, but there is a certain danger in them. The danger lies in our giving up the struggle in despair. Such is the case with those who preach. Take the world as it is, sit down and calmly and comfortably as you can, and be contented with all these miseries. When you receive blows, they say they are not blows but flowers. And when you are driven about like slaves, they say you are free. Day and night tell lies to others and to your own souls because that is the only way to live happily. That is what is called practical wisdom, and never was it more prevalent in the world than in the 19th century because never ever were harder blows hit than at the present time. Never was competition keener, never were men so cruel to their fellow men as now, and therefore must this consolation be offered. It is put forward in the strongest way at the present time, but it fails, as it always must fail. We cannot hide a carrion with roses, it is impossible. It would not avail long, for soon the roses would fade and the carrion would be worse than ever before. So with our lives. We may try to cover our old and festering sores with cloth of gold, but there comes a day when the cloth of gold is removed and the sore in all its ugliness is revealed. Is there no hope then? True it is that we are all slaves of Maya, born in Maya and live in Maya. Is there then no way out, no hope? That we are all miserable, that this world is really a prison, that even our so called trailing beauty is but a prison house, and that even our intellects and minds are prison houses, have been known for ages upon ages. There has never been a man, has never been a human soul who has not felt this some time or other, however he may talk. And the old people feel it most because in them is the accumulated experience of a whole life, because they cannot be easily cheated by the lies of nature. Is there no way out? We find that with all this, with this terrible fact before us, in the midst of sorrow and suffering, even in this world where life and death are synonymous, even here there is a still small voice that is ringing through all ages, through every country and in every heart. This, my Maya, is divine, made up of qualities and very difficult to cross. Yet those that come on to me cross the river of life. Come on to me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. This is the voice that is leading us forward. Man has heard it and is hearing it all through the ages. This voice comes to men when everything seems to be lost and hope has fled, when man's dependence on his own strength has been crushed down, and everything seems to melt away between his fingers, and life is a hopeless ruin. Then he hears it. This is called religion. On the one side, therefore, is a bold assertion that this is all nonsense. that this is Maya, but along with it, there is the most hopeful assertion that beyond Maya, there is a way out. On the other hand, practical men tell us don't bother your heads about such nonsense as religion and metaphysics. Live here, this is a very bad world indeed, but make the best of it. Which, put in plain language, means live a hypocritical, lying life, a life of continuous fraud, covering all sores in the best way you can. Go on putting patch after patch until everything is lost and you are a mass of patchwork. This is what is called practical life. Those that are satisfied with this patchwork will never come to religion. Religion begins with a tremendous dissatisfaction with the present state of things, with our lives, and a hatred, an intense hatred for this patching up of life, an unbound disgust for fraud and lies. He alone can be religious who dares say, as the mighty Buddha once said under the bo tree, when this idea of practicality appeared before him and he saw that it was nonsense and yet could not find a way out. When the temptation came to him to give up his search after truth, to go back to the world and live the old life of fraud, calling things by wrong names, telling lies to oneself and everybody, he, the giant, conquered it and said, death is better than vegetating ignorant life. It is better to die on the battlefield than to live a life of defeat. This is the basis of religion. When a man takes this stand, he is on his way to find the truth. He is on his way to God. That determination must be first impulse towards becoming religious. I will hew out a way for myself. I will know the truth or give up my life in the attempt. For on this side it is nothing, it is gone, it is vanishing every day. The beautiful, hopeful young person of today is the veteran of tomorrow. Hopes and joys and pleasures will die like blossoms with tomorrow's frost. That is one side. On the other, there is a great charm of conquest, victories all over the ills of life, victories over life itself, the conquest of the universe. On that side, men can stand. Those who dare, therefore, to struggle for victory, for truth, for a religion, are in the right way, and that is what the Vedas preach. Be not in despair. The way it is very difficult, like walking on the edge of a razor, yet despair not. Arise awake and find the ideal, the goal.